everybody, I'm Miss Alene. Thanks for joining us today on Kids Corner for Armstrong Cable, channels 20 and 100. And we're at Robinwood Elementary School with the 4th grade class, where we're learning all about same and different, separate and together. Because you and me, we're each unique, but that's what makes it better when we work together. So we've got 2 fun stories and a really cool art project planned for you guys to show off your unique way of making your own nameplate. Well, hello, Robinwood Lane Elementary 4th grade class. I am Miss Alene. Today, we've got a really fun show. And as I said, my name is Miss Alene, and I'm here with Armstrong Cable, channels 20 and 100 for Kids Corner. So, what we'll do today is we're going to talk about same and different, separate and together. Because you and me, we're each unique, but that's what makes it better when we work together. So let's talk a little bit about that. All of us are a little bit the same. Do you guys know that? Can one of you guys name something that's kind of the same about all of us? How about you?
We're all unique.
That's true. We are all unique. And that is the same in a very funny way. That's kind of like a back and forth thing. We're all unique, but that also is the same about all of us. None of us are exactly alike. Even though we can share some things that are very similar, there's always something that's a little bit different. Even if you had a twin. Does anybody have a twin here? No? Okay. Even if you had a twin brother or a twin sister, you would look a lot alike. You might even sound a lot alike. What's something else that's the same about all of us? How about you?
We all have eyes and nose.
That's true. We all have one nose and 2 eyes. Anybody else can name something? How about you?
We're all human.
We're all human. That's true. None of us are raccoons. Any squirrels in here? No? Okay. No squirrels? No? Okay. How about 2 more people? Tell me something that's the same about all of us. Something different that we haven't said. How about you?
We eat vegetables.
That's true. Some of us, well, we all eat. How about we say that? We all eat, and that's the same, because we may eat different things. Some of us may only eat vegetables. Some of us may eat meat and vegetables. So it depends, but one thing that we can definitely say is all the same about all of us. We all eat something, right? Okay. And some of us would love to just eat cookies, but we can't do that. But that's another story. Okay. How about you?
We all have hair.
We do. We all have hair. Do you all live in the same house?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, that's different, right? So how about we talk about some things that are different?
We all have different colored eyes.
We all have, even if we all had blue eyes, or all had brown eyes, or all had green eyes, they'd all be a little bit different. How about you?
We all have different skin colors.
That's true. Everybody's skin color just about is just a little bit different. They could be really close, but they're still going to be just a little bit different most of the time. How about you over there?
Everybody has different facial features.
That's true. And you know what I found most of the time when you have a set of twins like we talked about that are very similar, there's usually at least one thing that you can find on their face that will help you tell them apart. Okay, how about you over there?
We all have different hair.
We all have different hair. Some of us have straight hair, some of us have curly hair, some of us have blonde hair, some of us have brown hair, some of us have green hair, but that's different. So we can have all sorts of colors, and not every color of brown hair is the same. Not every color of blonde hair is the same, is it? So these things are all things that are similar, but different and unique in each of our own ways. How about you?
We all have different names.
Yep, we all have different names for the most part. Sometimes you can find like 2 or 3 Joes in a bunch, or 2 or 3 Sallys in a bunch. But even that, sometimes they might spell them different, right? So each of us, though, has our own name. We have our own way of doing things. We have our own way of thinking. Even if we think very similarly, there's probably something that might be a little bit different. How about you?
Different personalities.
Different personalities. How about you?
We have different parents.
True. We all have different parents, unless we're brothers and sisters. So that sometimes makes it the same.
We all have different body features.
We do all have different body features. Some of us might have really big hands. Some of us might have really big feet. Some of us might have tiny little ears. And some of us might have, we might have a gigantic nose like this. So each of us have different things about us, even though they are the same. So that brings us to our stories. And today we have 2 really fun stories that kind of talk about some of these things. And then we have a really, really fun art project that we're going to do that is all about your unique way of being you, having your own name and your own way of doing what you do with it. So, how many of you have brothers and sisters? Okay. How many of you have younger brothers or sisters? Okay. How many of you have older brothers and sisters? Do you remember, or even now sometimes, are there things that you like to tag along and do that maybe they don't want you to tag along and do? Okay. And have you ever, do you ever remember copying your brother or sister? Did they get mad at you sometimes? Yeah. Okay. How about you guys who have younger brothers or sisters? Do they copy you sometimes? Does it get on your nerves sometimes? Yes. But guess what? We all learned by doing the same things. You guys are able to talk and walk and all sorts of things by copying somebody else. If it was your mom or your grandma or an aunt or an uncle or a big sister or a big brother, you learn to do the things that you know how to do right now, or sometimes even a teacher, by copying somebody else. You ever think about that? So next time your little brother or sister is kind of getting on your nerves because they keep on copying you, remember that you wouldn't know how to tie your shoes, you wouldn't know how to comb your hair, you wouldn't know how to eat your food, you wouldn't know how to talk, you wouldn't know how to walk unless you had copied someone else. So keep that in mind, okay? All right. So our first story is called Don't Copy Me, and it is by Jonathan Allen. What a great day for a walk in the fresh air, said Little Puffin to himself, taking a deep breath and striding out. And what do we see there? They're about to, but we see 3 little puffins. But he had company. Small gull, tiny gull, and baby gull were secretly following him and copying everything he did. Little Puffin noticed them out of the corner of his eye. Does he already look happy about this? How annoying! Little Puffin turned around suddenly. "Are you following me?" he said, thinking he'd scare the little gull chicks away. "Are you following me?" copied Small Gull. "Are you following me?" echoed Tiny Gull. "Follow me?" said Baby Gull, pretending there was someone behind him. The gull chicks weren't at all scared. They seemed to be having a great time. Little Puffin tried again. "Go away! Stop copying me!" he shouted. "Go away and stop copying me!" copied Small Gull. "Go away and stop copying me!" echoed Tiny Gull. "Go away! Stop copying me!" laughed Baby Gull. This was a great game. Little Puffin didn't think so, though. He thought it was a rotten game. But how was he going to make it stop? Little Puffin thought hard. Small Gull, Tiny Gull, and Baby Gull copied him. How annoying! Suddenly, Little Puffin took off at a run. "This will lose them," he said to himself. "They'll never keep up with me." But Small Gull, Tiny Gull, and Baby Gull kept up with him easily. And what's more, they copied the way he ran. How annoying! Little Puffin stopped. "Look, this isn't funny," he said. "Look, this isn't funny," copied Small Gull. "Look, this isn't funny," echoed Tiny Gull. "Look, funny," said Baby Gull. Poor Little Puffin. The gull chick's silly game almost had him beaten. Then he had another idea. If he sat very, very still, the gull chicks would have nothing to copy. Then they'd get bored and go away. So Little Puffin sat very, very still. Small Gull, Tiny Gull, and Baby Gull sat very, very still too. Little Puffin sat and sat. Small Gull, Tiny Gull, and Baby Gull sat and sat. But Tiny Gull and Baby Gull started to fidget. "Aha!" thought Little Puffin. "This is boring," said Tiny Gull eventually. "Boring," said Baby Gull. "You're right," said Small Gull. "Come on, let's go and do something else." So Small Gull, Tiny Gull, and Baby Gull wandered off. "Hooray!" said Little Puffin, when he was sure that they were gone. "I knew it would work. I'm just too smart for those silly little gulls." Now, what was I doing? Ah, yes, I was going for a nice, quiet walk by myself. What do you think's going to happen? Well, let's see. What a great day for a walk in the fresh air, said Little Puffin to himself, taking a deep breath and striding out. But he had company. So after all that, he still got copied. Did you guys like that story?
Yeah.
I like that story too. And I remember being little and having an older sister and annoying her, copying her too. So all of us, I think, who have had older brothers or sisters have probably done that to some extent or another. All right. Our next story is about same and different. And what did I say earlier? You and me, we're each unique. But that's what makes it better when we work together. And that's what this story is about. And it's called Horsefly and Honeybee. And it's by Randy Cecil. Can somebody tell me, just looking at this story and knowing what you know about a horsefly and a honeybee, what's something that's the same about them? How about you?
They both sting.
They both do something like that. I don't know if a horsefly actually stings, but I think it may bite. So that's kind of similar. What's something else? How about you in the back?
They both fly.
They both fly. Very true. How about you?
They both are able to hurt you.
Okay, that's true too. How about you?
They both have wings.
They both have wings, which goes along with they're able to fly. How about you?
They both have eyeballs.
Okay, that's true. They both have eyeballs. What's something that's different about a horsefly and a honeybee? How about you back there?
A horsefly is taller.
That might be true. That might be true. I'm not sure, but it might be a little bigger, generally speaking. How about you?
A honeybee has stripes and a horsefly doesn't.
That's very true. How about you?
They're different colors.
They're different colors. And how about you? Was that what you were going to say too? Okay. See, you had the same answer, but you're different. How about you?
They both eat the same thing.
I'm not sure about that. They may eat some of the same things, but I think they have a little bit of a difference in what they eat overall. And how about you? Last one.
Bees make honey and horseflies don't.
Excellent answer. Honeybees make honey, horseflies don't. All right. So, again, this is called Horsefly and Honeybee, and it's by Randy Cecil. Honeybee was tired, so she stretched and yawned and plopped down inside a flower for a nap. But Horsefly was already inside. They had a fight. It wasn't pretty. Horsefly lost a wing. Honeybee lost a wing too. Drat, said Horsefly. Then he ran away. Drat, said Honeybee, and she ran away too. Honeybee started the long walk home. She walked slowly and took lots of breaks. Honeybee wasn't used to walking, but with just one wing, she couldn't fly. Then she came upon a pond. What could she do? She couldn't fly over it. Suddenly, she was grabbed from behind. Drat, said Honeybee. Bullfrog licked his lips as he carried her deep into the pond. Uh-oh, that could be a problem. He plopped Honeybee down on a lily pad right next to Horsefly. Then Bullfrog went away in search of more dinner. Drat, said Horsefly. Drat, said Honeybee. They sat there for a long time. Horsefly pouted. Honeybee pouted. Horsefly moaned. Honeybee moaned. And then they heard Bullfrog coming back. What do you think Bullfrog's planning on doing with them? Just tell me. I think he plans on having them for dinner and not to hang out and eat dinner with them. Horsefly grabbed Honeybee. Honeybee grabbed Horsefly. They each flapped a wing and up they went. Drat, said Bullfrog. He hopped faster. He shot his sticky tongue into the air after them, but Horsefly and Honeybee were already out of reach. Drat, said Bullfrog. Together, Honeybee and Horsefly flew far away. They flew, and finally they landed on a flower. And there was plenty of room for them both. So, they're different, right? But guess what? They ended up having the same problem. And how did they solve it? How about we all just say it together? Together. Yep, by flying together. They solved their problem together. So, now we have learned a little bit about how Horsefly and Honeybee are very unique, but that's what made it better when they worked together. This is what you're going to make, and these are what we have to start with. And for those of you at home, if you want to make something like this, I was fortunate to find a roll of pressed cedar wood. And this big roll, I was able to cut down into rectangles. And then I took a little bit of super glue, so you'll have Mom and Dad help you with that. And I put a dot on each side, and then I actually put a little bit of tape over that to make sure it all held together while it dried, and put a strap, a little cord, so that you can hang it on the wall or hang it on your door, or if it's holiday time, you can hang it on your tree if you have a tree at home, or anything like that that you can think to do with your nameplate. All right? Hey everybody, I hope you guys had fun joining us here at Robinwood Elementary School with the 4th grade class, where we learned all about same and different, separate and together. I'm Miss Alene. Don't forget to tune in next time, channels 20 and 100 on Armstrong Cable for Kids Corner. See you then.